G'day my Future Fight Gamers, VaderG here, welcome back to the channel. In this video, just going to have a bit of a chat about Alliance Tournament. I'm going to open up my CTP chest, and I have to admit I made a massive stuff up this morning. I had my 4-star artifact all in my brain, I had it all lined up to open in this video. I went to open it and it's expired. I didn't realize the expiry was 24 hours, so that is an absolute stupid moment from my end. So you know, what do? You just keep on rolling, keep on rolling. So let's just see if we can get a decent CTP. What do we got? It's just not my day. It's just not my day, is it? Well, let's get on with the show once this stuff starts opening. I'm gonna have a little bit of a chat about Alliance Tournament. I realize this is this topic is really restricted to the top 16 alliances, but just really want to touch on it and kind of just express a couple of my opinions about Alliance Tournament. We've made Alliance Tournament this week. We've probably been a little bit hit and miss the last couple of weeks, just players leaving, showing no respect, leaving without notice. But the reality is Netmarble have not touched this mode, and I'll just quickly run through. I'll tell you what team I'm using here in this, just while we're talking here. Netmarble have not touched this mode for 5 years. And I'm dead set, right? So the restrictions in Alliance Tournament, so I'm using this guy, I'm using Doom, even though I've got a CTP of Rage on him, and we're just going to hope he nukes. We're just going to hope for the best, right? He might get insta-killed, I don't really know. We're using Hella as well. She's got a CTP of Insight, so this is really a less than ideal Alliance Tournament build. So she should have some sort of, probably some sort of authority CTP, but I do have her artifact, which does give her a bit of invincibility as well, and I'm running Adam Warlock. But yeah, this mode, where is Adam? Always have, there he is, right at the front. And so on Adam Warlock, I'm running, so I've got an artifact on him. I've got a mighty CTP of authority, and to be honest, out of these 3 characters that I'm using, he is the only one that's actually set up at all for any sort of PvP. I've got an artifact, reduced pierce damage, and I've got a few, what have I got? 2 Heal Odin's Blessings on him, but I've got his dodge maxed, so he's kind of set up, but not really ideal either, because I don't have his artifact, right? His artifact gives him that healing bonus. But anyhow, I'm rambling. But this mode, so I went to, it's funny, this mode, Alliance Tournament, right? They haven't updated the ban list for 5 years. Really, they have not invested $1 in Alliance Tournament in 5 years, to be perfectly honest. Yet there are so many players that still invest heavily in this mode, to the point where they're spending thousands of dollars, if not tens of thousands of dollars, to build these Alliance Tournament units. The stupid part about this mode, and everyone I know people are going to get upset because there's lots of PvP players around, but the stupid part about this mode is that probably wouldn't be a bad team to go up against, actually, with that Hulk there. The stupid part about this mode is you have 0 control over your units. Default team, should be an easy win for someone. 0 control. So it's not really player versus player. It's really player versus AI. And it's not even that. It's really AI versus AI. So I'm going to tap this fight button in a second, and we're going to see how it goes. And really, you just got to hope for the best. You got to hope that your character chooses. Oh, didn't even mean to fight that guy, so I'm probably going to get cleaned up here. But let's see. Normally, what I do is I'll have a look at their builds and that sort of thing. But yeah, we'll see how we go. Oh, my Adam Warlock's taken a huge amount of damage straight up. Sentry's gone, so Doom's done his job. And then we got the revives of the opponents. My Doom is gone. My Adam Warlock is gone. My Hela is still hanging in there somehow. So I've got a 3-on-2 situation. It depends on Doom. Is he going to nuke or is he going to die? He's going to die. And Hela is somehow still alive. How is she going? So I'm going to lose this match. I'm going to win it. How did I win that? How did Hela beat Adam Warlock? So that's insane. I should have lost that match every day of the week. But I've physically done nothing. All I've done is touch a button and press push. So that's kind of crazy. That's luck. That is luck. That's kind of crazy that's occurred. But yeah, players spend so much money. I'm talking, some of these top alliances for PvP. They're spending tens of thousands of dollars, potentially tens of thousands of dollars per year all right, building these type of units. I'm not going to pick on anyone I'm not picking on anyone really particularly, but they will have, not on this guy, but that brilliant CTP of regen. So brilliant CTP straight up. So what do we got on brilliant CTP of energy? What has he got on Thanos? He's got a brilliant CTP of authority. I mean, we're talking ridiculous amounts of money for a mode that Netmarble really needs to pull their finger out of their ass and do something about and try and upgrade or at least change the frickin' restricted list. I mean, seriously, the craziest thing that I've seen in the past week is I saw a player in a chat room bragging about how much money they've spent on this game and justifying it by saying, "Well, I'm justifying that by saying, I'm an Alliance tournament player." Man, you've spent whatever 20k more over the past 5 years, if that's what you've spent. You've spent exactly 20k more than Netmarble. Netmarble has spent $0 on Alliance tournament in the last 5 years. Any player who's spent anything on Alliance tournament in the past 5 years has spent more than Netmarble have over the past 5 years. And of course, it's easy to rant and not really come up with any solutions as to how they could make these, how they can make Alliance tournament better. But effectively, they've got to give the players some control of the units. The mode's been in for over 5 years. It's been unchanged for that 5 year period. Yeah, I get it, Netmarble. People still spend shitloads of money on it. So why change it? It doesn't change the fact that it's garbage. It's AI versus AI. The players have no control over their units. So what could be changed? Okay, what could change about Alliance tournament? In my opinion, they need to actually be able to, if it's not direct PvP, right? If you can't actually control a character live, then what you probably, the same as what you do in timeline battle, but if you can't control a character live, then they need to introduce some sort of commands, like maybe attack, maybe tank, maybe for each different character, maybe flank, maybe die, maybe run away, maybe evade, whatever, some sort of basic commands, even if it's pre-programmed into the actual match. So basically, you might say, okay, Hela, you do running around. Thanos, you tank and attack, and Spider-Man, you flank. So come in from the edges and try and attack the opponent that way. At least that will give some semblance of control and at least some sort of value for a mode that's extremely expensive, the most expensive mode in the game. So I don't know, a couple of ideas there. I mean, Ultimate would be real-time PvP. All right, so you match up against some other dude over the other side of the world, or it could be in your own country. It doesn't really matter, and you're actually playing a character, one of those three characters that you choose. It's done in other Netmarble games. I'm talking about Marvel Future Revolution. I know it's a different style of game, but it can be done. The technology exists. It's done most other games where you have PvP modes. You're playing against someone else. It's actually player versus player. So look, couple of things there. A bit of a rant on Alliance tournament. Sorry for picking on AT, but it is one of my pet things. Particularly when I see people bragging about how much they spend in Alliance tournament. It really shits me off. It really pisses me off. You're flexing your wallet, which firstly is stupid in a public forum, and secondarily, you're showing pure stupidity for investing in a mode that really the game developer hasn't invested in for 5 years. Rant over. Thanks, guys.